Hello everybody. So I am Marisa Martin, this is David Tynan, we're from Suitcase Dollhouse. Now our business is very, very much smaller than all of these other businesses. I mean that both figuratively and literally. We make miniatures. Suitcase Dollhouse came about because we started making dolls' houses literally out of suitcases. So here is our first one that we made for our niece. Vintage suitcases are very beautiful. They have a very particular aesthetic, and they're not useful because they don't have wheels and they don't, they're dented and they're scratched, and etc., etc. So there are lots of them around, and we're able to make really beautiful vintage little houses that you can then close the lid on and slide under the bed. We also make doll houses out of suitcases and this is an engineer's case that's for adults. We don't give this one to the kiddies. Battery-powered lights make it possible to light them, and they are just exquisite art pieces, as well as the rough and tumble ones that we make. So here's a street worth of little houses full of different kinds of furniture. In terms of who we are, I'm an animator and a filmmaker, and I also do production design, which means sets and stuff like that for cinema. So that's where my interest comes from. David is a frustrated public servant with an interest in history and architecture and model making. So when we put our skills together, this kind of made sense. We also do, can you see my hand there? That is this big. I just recently sold that one to Germany. Miniature enthusiasts are all over the world, and they really do love tiny, tiny things. So we went from the suitcases, which is part of an upcycling thing. We didn't want those beautiful things to be wasted. So we started doing suitcases, which then led on to cigar boxes. And that's a catalogue box on the left there, a little study in it. Little tiny dioramas. These are little spaces that people can have and keep next to their bed as a nightlight because they're all lit up. Or they can just keep them as little space that is their own. And the next one is, of course, our Christmas boxes. These are extremely popular. We sell it every year. Tiny little miniature light-up trees inside little cigar boxes. They're very, very cute. From there, we went into matchboxes because, hey, we're not small enough yet. And this is where our love of Canberra comes in. Both David and I are Canberra born and bred, and have and we love this city. We absolutely love this city. So this is, I've got a few here as well. You can't see them here because they're so tiny, but that Albert Hall. We've got, this is Burns Mill, so we also do Queenville. Old Parliament House, tiny little dioramas inside a matchbox that you can then put away and put in your pocket. These are extremely popular with tourists, but also expats. We sell so many of these all over the world, it's unbelievable. And we also do a little history on the back, so Blundell's Cottage. So you've got a little bit of a history about the building as well. My father is a heritage architect, so that my life was spent in old houses. So my young life. So that's where that kind of came from. We did get a commission for a Fishwick peep show on the right there. I did put the history of Fishwick as a suburb on the back because, learning experience. And then on the left here we've got the Forwards Theatre in Washington. That was a commission from an American lady whose sons are very big Civil War buffs. So we made the Lincoln booth for her sons with the history on the back. We also get commissions to do replications of rooms. So this one here, the left is the real nursery, the right is the miniature nursery. So it's about this big. And these are replicas of, they've both been nurseries, the two that we've done really specifically. I've done a yoga studio as well. We have a 3D printer that we print these things on. So we love Canberra so much. Bus shelters, they're about this big, as you can see, the 50-cent piece there. They've been turned into jewellery as well. They're extremely popular with the locals and with expats. We sell those all over the world as well. Next slide is the process. So we 3D print those and then hand paint them and hand finish them. We also get commissions for the kinds of people that we need to put inside, which is great. The next one is our new thing that we're beginning to prototype and launch, and this is where we want to put tiny little camera icons into your pocket. These This is, we call Canberra in a cube. So these are little 3D printed miniatures of Canberra. So this is our old Parliament House. I've got them here if you want to see them later, but they're nice and big up here on the screen. They fit inside a box that folds out into a Canberra map. This is still at prototype stage, but I think as an art present, something that recognises the iconography and the brilliance of Canberra is really important. And here's our Canberra Christmas tree.